victory gains, Central America, and it is time for the dreaded FSLN offensive. We were able to hold them off here at this military complex for a while. We had a little attack going on, projecting Contra zones of control in there, holding back the reinforcements, but they were able to clear us out, and they have taken to the high country. And so is the Contras. We're headed for the hills in anticipation of this massive attack. First things first, and I'll open up my vlogs for my opponent. I'm sure he's enjoying this one. This could be a game-changing offensive. We'll see how we can work with it. First attacks will be down here. We come back in their attempt to retake, what is this? The port of El Bluff. There you go. And from their mustering point around the town of Bluefield. So you got a nice little airfield there. Just an airstrip, I think. But it's enough to make this communist green outlined supply source. You can see we got this supply source for our victory points. All these little stacks up here. If you're high in the air, you're worth victory points. We'll be right back.
Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses.
You gotta love that. That was old Ripley Scott did a great job of using that old Black Sabbath song. What is it? War Pigs? And the Napoleon trailer. And I couldn't help but do a little bit of, what do they call that? When you steal somebody's idea, plagiarism. Plagiarize. Copyright infringements. But it's good to be obscure. So, you can enjoy the video and don't have to worry about whatever happens with copyrights. But all it is a radio in the background. They don't give me no trouble when they say something to me. I'm like, oh, I'll turn the radio down next time. All right, let's get started with some of these attacks. And the first one here will be the FSLN Special Forces, the Xavier Bolivar Special Forces paratroop units. And we'll see what else we got over here for the communists. They have a anti-aircraft unit. Oop, bad camera work. An airfield. M19. Them are Colombian communists with a lended a hand there. And they're participating in the attack. This MPS is Nicaraguan militia. Regular units. So that's a nice little unit there. And we got another regular Nicaraguan unit. So we got a couple of regular units and a couple of insurgency units all over here around Air Group 1. And it is protected and flanked by anti-aircraft batteries. All Nicaraguan. They are going against, and they have close air support. They have jet fighters swooping on in. And I'm not sure who that is. A QW. Let's see here. Oh, where are we at? That will be the Quilali. Quilali. Well, who knows where that is? That sounds Arabic or something. Quilali. Or maybe that Q is silence. Ulali. Huh. The Ulalis are defending at the port of El Bluff. Get me camera work going on here again. And who else we got here? Ooh, the M3 Insurgency Battalion. We'll find out who they are real quick. Be right back. Alright, and the M3 will be the 3rd Wave Movement Insurgency Battalion. So there you go. Them are the combatants. This attack. Now the FSLN will be attacking with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 factors versus 2 factors, and that is in a terrain that is forested. Or is that clear? Let's see. No, it's forested. Alright, we already got it all set up over here underneath the forest terrain. We have us an initial combat ratio of 3-to-1. There you go. And I mean, that's exactly where the FSLN want it, because you can see it starts getting heavily into the blue there. Here's where the attacks get better for the defender. But anyway, it don't stop there, because he has some special forces there, which qualify for a column shift modifier. Let's see here, or just a box shift. We did that before in our last game. We went all the way over to the next column, the attack column. We got us a little cheat sheet that provides column shifts. And there's arty. We have no arty in there. We have no engineers, but we do have special forces. We just pointed out. That'll be a column shift, so we'll just move this current. There's the initial combat ratio. You can see here. Our current one on over. That will give him a 4-to-1. So there you go. It's going to be a great attack for my opponent, unless we can do something about it. We'll see what's up. For the modifiers, tank, attack, helo, and CIA electronic warfare ground unit, which has been eliminated. That is a killer. But we have successfully taken out the Messiah early warning suppression, or we have suppressed the Messiah electronic warfare, or early warning complex, whatever you want to say that EW stands for. That'll take care of the column shifts. So looking at 4-to-1. All attacking across the river? No. Let's just see over here. No river. The Boulevard special forces are coming up along the coast, but no river. -2 for a fort entrenchment? No. But I will get a -1 on a die roll for a city, town, or port. We'll take that. The insurgency modifiers, or die roll modifiers, cancel each other out. But we're looking at a -1 now. They have delivered 2 bombardment points, so it'll be a total of 4-to-1 attack +1 die roll modifier. We'll be back to show you what the communist roll was on the vassal log. Vassal log die roll of 5 +1 = 6, and that is not a good day for the M19 and other Contra forces. Let's see here. We got all the way down here with a 6. It's looking real bad. We got 2 hits and a manual. I'm sorry, 2 hits and a mandatory retreat of 2 hexes. Let me take care of some space on the phone, and so we don't get stopped. It says it's got 8 seconds. Daddy got to free up a lot of space. We'll be right back. All right, then the communists start off their attacks with a big victory at El Bluff. Not destroying any units yet. They could take all their my victory points they want. They got to destroy these units. We'll flip both of these on over because they both took hits, but they got to get out of there. We got to try to find a way to get out. Insurgency units can move pretty quick, so we ain't really worried about a jungle. These old boys can get through anything, but we want to get the heck out of here to a safe spot. Let's go. 1, 2. Yeah, we'll go up here and get the heck out of here. We'll turn this unit upside down to signify it is retreating. It is elbows and assholes lugging their wounded behind. Meanwhile, we'll see who we want to advance in the El Bluff. Now, the thing of it is, in this game, insurgency units cannot advance after combat unless they are accompanied by regular units. Luckily, we have regular units there, so before and after, we have one regular unit advanced in there. I forgot which unit that was. Was it the regular one? No, it was the militia units. Militia. It's a militia unit. I'll show you right here real quick. MPS. But they're organized into a regular unit. They got uniforms and all that, whereas the insurgents do not. There you go. That is the situation there. They have knocked out some of my victory points. Another thing of it is ports. Oh, let me see over here. I already got victory points for him, because you can see here the first time that I capture it. So I don't have to hang on to it, but he's got it back. And more importantly, though, for me, he didn't destroy my units. They can disband and get out of there, so it's the mechanics of the game. we'll be back here with some more attacks after my dog walking time. Be back. All right, the MPS, Nicaraguan Regular Infantry Brigade, is known as the Sandinista People's Militia. So there you go. That is who just took back El Bluff with the help of the who was that? The Xavier Bolivar. Let me look underneath there real quick. Nicaraguan SB. Ooh, I don't know. Oh, Nicaragua Communist. Oh, here you go. The Simon Bolivar Special Forces. Them are the participants in the battle, and they just dealt the Contras a nice little blow. But fortunately for me, as I said earlier, he only gets victory points for eliminating units, and so far he's eliminated 0. So we'll just keep on falling on back and disbanding, getting out of the way, and hoping we don't get hit again. All right, I have some yard work to finish up. It's a beautiful day out there, fall day, but unfortunately the leaves are coming down, and maybe a little bit later on this evening we'll have more extended Central America Contra Drive play. I got some good battles to resolve. We'll be right back. Alright, and my opponent moving on from his successful attack on El Bluff, sending the Contras running on up the shore, find a good place to disband and lick their wounds. Next attack will be along this main front here. We got Contra units here, here, and here heading for the hills, trying to make a defense. First attack will involve 2 armored regiments. This is a place for armor. They attacking along a road, clear terrain. That's always good for armor. Some of that other terrain in the jungle and stuff will probably be prohibited, but the Contras are around a vicinity of Rio Blanco. There you go, and it's a green outlined hex. It's got the gray block, which means if I can hold on to that at the end of the turn, I'll get victory points for it, but we will see what happens. He's attacking with 3 attack factors here, and there's another armored regiment below him, the same thing, so that'll be 6, and 1 of these units here. In this game, you have to attack every hex that's next to you, so it's mandatory that one of these units in this hex attack. So I'll use that 1 attack factor here from the old Bravo Insurgency company, maybe. So that'll be 6, 7 attack factors. We also got the old High-D gunships. A battalion of them coming in, so the old Contras left out in the open is not a good thing. They'll probably be hanging out or taking cover in that village. But anyway, he's adding 2 factors. That number right there in the middle, that 2, as bombardment factors are what he adds to the attack in what's called a close combat support mission. So now we got the 6, 7, 8, 9 attack factors going against that. And we have, he's got close air support also. 9 going against a 3. So there you go. 3-to-1 attack to start off with. Alright, now that'll be a 3-to-1 attack in the clear. Not good. Look how far over they're getting it. This is not good. Initial combat ratio. Alright, we got our cheat sheet for column shifts. Artillery, no. Get you back over here. Engineers, no. Special forces, no. Tank, yes. So we do have armor. We're moving the current combat ratio over here. You have to be 4-to-1. But it's getting close. I don't think there's any more shifts. Attack helo. Oh, and there is. Okay. They got that high and D. So now they just moved that current combat ratio over to 4-to-1. Not good. And last but not least, the CIA electronic warfare ground unit has been eliminated, so we won't get that shift in our favor. So there you go. It's a 4-to-1 attack. Now looking at die roll modifiers, all attacking across the river. They are not. They're adjacent to the river, but they're not attacking across it. So, fort entrenchment, no. City, town, or port, No. Villages don't count for any defense. Insurgency unit included in defense. That is a yes. For each bombardment point delivered, we have a +1, I believe, is all we could do on the rest of these attacks, and I am correct. So there's a +1 die roll modifier. Insurgency unit, including in the attacks, so the insurgency units not cancel each other out. So basically, we're rolling with a 4-to-1 with a +1 die roll modifier. We will show you the result for the communist vlogged die roll. We'll be right back. All right, his roll was a 3 +1 is a 4. We're down here in this little column here. Oh, it's hard to see with a 4. Another 2 hits, so he hasn't eliminated anybody yet, but we're taking some casualties on this one. But luckily for me, he hasn't gotten any victory points, so that'll be 2 step losses. Let me see what I want to do with the Contras that were in Rio Blanco. Is that it? Yeah, Rio Blanco. We'll be right back. All right, then we have to head towards a supply source. Most of my supply sources are here, but an entrenchment is a supply source. That's a good place to seek some cover. The insurgency unit there on top will be disbanded, but the regular unit will take shelter. And that entrenchment will try to rebuild him on a reorganization phase. But there you go. He has taken back some more potential victory points from me. I don't get victory points for supply sources till the end of the game, so he's taken back a potential source of what would that have been? Supply sources worth 5 victory points, but I have to hold it by turn 12. There you go. So not too bad. He is yet to eliminate a unit again. We'll move on to the next combat, and you can see the geography is getting a little bit more elevated. These units here were down in the flats. We got a forest terrain and then mountain jungle, so I'll get the terrain definitely helps, but we didn't hold them here. But let's see this too. I think this road ends here. Yeah, the road ends there, so we'll give that up. We'll delay them a little bit. We would have liked to maybe give them a little bit of casualties, but as bad as it was, I think we came out all right. Next attack, going against 1, 2, 3 factors. All right, this old boy here took part in the first attack. Oh, look, we got mechanized infantry, but they're going into a forest, a woodland forest. So what's that called? Yeah, it's just a forest. So they'll be a little bit degraded. So let me see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 factors. Then we'll need a 1 from this hex here. Ooh, that hurts though. Let me see how he wants to do that. We'll be right back. All right then, my mistake. He is using the insurgency unit, so look at the insurgency bonus. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 factors. So we got 5 factors going against, what I said that was 3? Ooh. All right, so we're looking at an initial combat ratio in the forest of a 1-to-1. We'll take that. Oh, it's bad camera work. So let me zoom out of here. There you go. Amateur operation. What can we say? All right. Well, there you go. Oh, we will look for the column shifts. Artillery, no. Engineers, no. Now he's got his artillery and his engineers in the back here. They're on their way to the front. Let me see here if I'm correct. Yeah, where's the artillery unit? Oh, he's got artillery somewhere around here. Oh, there you go. All right, he's got them heading there. They couldn't get there yet, so his additional column shifts are here and here. Like I said, they couldn't make it to the front yet, so nothing on that. Special forces, no. Tank, yes. No attack helo and no CIA, so he'll get a column shift for his mechanized. There you go. Now for die roll modifiers, and we're looking at an attack from everybody in this hex and the insurgency unit in this hex. The insurgency unit's crossing the river, but it's negated by these boys here that are on the right side of the river. So these two going against this one. Die roll modifiers, all attacking across the river, no. Fort entrenchment, no. City, town, or port, I don't believe so. Yeah, it's in the middle of nowhere. Alright. Insurgency unit included in defense, yes. They will cancel each other out. Each bombardment point delivered, +1. And insurgency unit included in the attack. He wisely included this unit. So we'll be rolling with a little bit over a 1-to-1 with a +1 die roll modifier. We'll be back for the feed logged die roll. Alright, Contras get away with one with a 2. Let's see what we got going on down here. Oh, we'll take that. I think we're in the red on that one. 2. The attacker. Yeah, he's got to suffer a step loss, but you don't have to retreat or anything. There you go. We'll take that one. Thank God for a low die roll. Would have been this, but he has that close air support modifier pushed him up to the spot here. Let me find out where he wants to take the loss, and more importantly, we get to stay put. But I don't know if we want to stay there too long. Definitely a successful defense by the Contras on that one. We'll be right back. Alright, well, there's a unit going across the river, the old Code Insurgency company, I guess. This one took the step loss, leaving his mechanized infantry brigade and his infantry brigade below it still at full strength. More importantly, though, whoops. Let me get this on over here. My 2 units stay there at full strength. There you go. We'll move on up to this next attack. I'll be right back. Alright, I was just checking the V-log, and I forgot to show you his advance. He advanced all of his units when we took that Rio Blanco village. Sending these boys packing. But yeah, he advanced everybody else. These little boys here made a heroic defense in the forest. So there you go, against some mechanized infantry. So I guess you could make a storyline that the terrain definitely helped. Alright, next attack won't include that code unit. We'll be attacking units from this hex, and we'll see how many units he wants to employ out of this hex. I guess they should be everybody, because there'll be an attack here, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be every unit besides this top code unit. Let me get him out of the way real quick. Or if I can do this. Oh, there you go. So we got a couple regular infantries going on there. We got Hindy, Gunship Battalion. We got insurgents, regular units. Oh, regular units. Yeah, that's a big attack. And he's got a brigade of Cuban engineers. He's going to give him a column shift. Ooh, and more regular units. There's a big attack on this one. We'll see what we can do on holding out. We'll be back with the numbers and the tails of the tape. Right back. Alright, we got 4 underneath here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 factors going against. Ooh, let's see here. You always gotta have war game dexterity when it comes to all this. Versus a 1, 2, 3, 4. So there you go, 14 versus 4 factors. I'm thinking of 3. Yeah, 3-1. We'll be right back. Let me see. That is the mountain jungle terrain. So we'll be going over here. I think it's going to start out with an initial 3-1, which is right here, which gives me some hope. I got some red. Let me make sure I got my numbers right, and we'll be right back. All right, then initial combat ratio in the mountain jungle. It is initial 3-1. Now for column shifts. Artillery, no. Engineers, no. Special forces, no. Tank, no. Alright. Attack helo, yes. So goes up 1 to current. There you go. And no CIA electronic warfare ground unit has been eliminated by the Sandinistas. Now for die roll modifiers. All attacking across the river. I ain't seeing that at all. There you go. There's the attack. Come from this hex, this hex, and this hex. We won't get that one. Fort entrenchment, no. City, town, or port. Nope, he's out in the open there. He's along a trail, actually. A trail going through the Mountain Jungle, so we'll see what's up with that. Insurgency unit in defense, yes. Bombardment point delivered. +1. So the insurgency units will cancel each other out, so we'll be rolling right here with a +1. Hoping for another bad die roll by my opponent. We'll be right back with the results. Alright, we'll take that. That'll be a 3 underneath this little column here. I think we're right there. Oh, it goes down one more, I believe. 1. Ooh, that's not good for me. What was that 3? Yeah, that's a 3 marker right there. So he got one. He got one on me. Barely. I have to suffer a step loss, but I have to retreat. Oh. Retreat 2 hexes. So I gotta watch out for this because I am surrounded. So let me see where I can go. Might have to head this way. Instead of, we'll find out real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, well, the idiosyncrasies of regular units and insurgency units comes into play. The results required me to take a step loss, which I did on the old insurgency unit. But they were able to skedaddle, get across the river and get out of there with their intrinsic abilities to sneak on through enemy zones of control. Now my regular unit, oops, let me see if I did something here. Yeah, we'll be right back. Doesn't have that ability. So he had to stay there and take a step loss. So he is still there. And that's kind of good, I guess. We can hold off. Hopefully he's not, he's probably not long for this world there, but we'll see. He stayed there. The Hind D gunship will have to perform a return to base mission. He won't be able to stay there, and they won't be able to advance, which is pretty good. But instead of 1 step loss, I had to take 2. The unit underneath this unit here, there's my regular unit. And he will have no zone of control because he's only got 1 defense factor. So there you go. But my other boys were able to skip out. I guess all in all, was not a bad result. We'll be back for our last combat right here. All right. Well, before we move on, a little correction from my opponent. And he's right. He had 2 column shifts, one for his attack helicopter, and I forgot to employ his engineer unit. So when I went back and checked out the vlog, it wasn't adding up. So I seen what he did, and I had to go back and look, but it's the same result you can see with the die roll right here. Here's a result on the one we did, and here's a result on the correct. It's the same result, so there you go. But yeah, he got column shifts for both the Hind Ds and the Cuban engineers. Sent my boys packing, so I think, like I said, out of all the attacks, that low die roll of a 2, that definitely helped. So we'll be back with his last attack, and he's hoping for better die rolls. Be right back. Alright, final combat also in a nice little mountain jungle spot. And that's the only mountain jungle spot within miles, so it's a good thing we found it, took refuge. But there you go. We will be defending against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 factors versus a special forces. 6 versus a 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oof. 2 to 1 in the mountain jungle. Initial combat ratio 2 to 1 right here. Let's see if we can't get these column shifts correct this time. No Artie, no engineers. Special forces we do have, so the first column shift will go in my favor. But he'll negate that out with his, sorry about that, Hind D gunship. So tank no, attack helo yes. Moving the current combat ratio back up to where it's supposed to be, and that's where it'll stay. It's right there. So we got 1 column shift. The special forces negated out his Hind D gunship. Alright, there you go. Enough for die roll modifiers. Everybody attacking across the river? No, they are not. Let me find out where the attack is. There you go. Alright. Fort entrenchment, no. City, town, or port, I do not believe. It's just probably maybe a village. Nope, ain't even that. Just a little bend in the trail. Alright. Insurgency unit is included in the defense, yes. So I'll get a -1. Each bombardment point delivered. He's got a +1 on there, so now we're looking at no gyro modifiers. And our insurgency unit is included in the attack, and there is none. The attack on regular units, so no gyro modifier. And there is the column we'll be rolling on. And we got a little bit of hope. Need some more of those low die rolls from the communist die roll on the V-log. We'll be right back. Alright, twos are wild, and there was no die roll modifier. So we'll go down here with the 2. And it is a good day to be a Contra. There you go. Where are we at here? There you go. Make sure we're correct. 1, yep. Oh, wait, hold on. No, he had no die roll modifier. That's right. So there you go. It will be a 1 step loss for the attacker, and they got to retreat 2 hexes. Could you say, yoo-hoo? All right. So I'd say that was a definite good defense. I thought it was going to be a lot worse. He did not break in any holes, and he won't be able to get back there willy-nilly. So let me open up the V-log, go back to the computer, find out what he wants to do with his units. We'll be right back. 1 step loss and retreat 2 hexes. All right, then he headed on down the road and took a step loss. A totally successful defense. Could have been a lot worse, and his comment was a little bit of a what was a curse word, some profanity, and it will be we'll move on here to the reserve movement phase. I don't think he's got anybody in reserve. He moved off his insurgency units. I'll check the second or the V-log, but it'll go into the second insurgency disbandment phase. I'll let you know what he wants to do with that. And we'll do some house cleaning. But we'll call that a video. And here it is. We definitely held out. These old boys here had retreat. He held, and he held. So yeah, there you go. We'll see what we can do. When it comes to my turn, I'll look everything over. But other than that, that is it for the FSLN combat phase. All right, then wrap it up. I've been looking everything over, and it wasn't too bad. I'd say it was definitely a successful defense, and more importantly, for me, no Contra units eliminated. So we're still looking at a 4-0 lead by the Contras in the Contra Drive. We'll be back with. We'll skip on through. When we come back with the next video, we'll show you what happens with the rest of his turn, and then more importantly, we'll start off with my response. See what I can do. I need to get in this back country and get some of these victory point hexes, and they're all the way along the coast here. So if I can keep a delay going on there and somehow scrounge some forces together, I'm very sparse here when it comes to forces. They're all over here protecting the roads and all my victory point hexes. But we'll see what's up. We'll call it a video. Having a great time with Contra Drive, Central America by Victory Games.